And if there's anything we love to do, it is to give you vital sporting information just as it unfolds. And then guess what? We'll bring you just close to you at your doorstep. We'll bring it just close, and that's when you just all you need to do is just open. We knock every time. Now, thank you so much for joining us this beautiful morning. Depending on where you're watching from, we are Voice of the People TV. I'm your host, and my name is Kizike. It's a new day and a better time again to talk sports, bringing you the latest, but starting from the Libya Nigeria saga. Hmm. Finally, the truth is out. Finally, the truth don't come out small, small, and small, small. This time, it is a Tunisian pilot saving his head, though, possibly saving his piloting job. I'll tell you all of those ones on the show, and then we'll bring some of the comments we had yesterday on the show that you brought out. We had you just being part of the show. But let's start with one now. I think my top point today will be the pilot confession because he said a lot. You just cannot imagine. See, if I tell you what this man said, I'll bring it to you. Don't worry. We'll show you everything. Here now, we'll show you now. See, if I tell you what he said, you will know that if we have Christians in a Super Eagles setup, then all they need to do is to do what? Go and pray. On Sunday, testimony, Thanksgiving. Then if you're Muslims, we have Muslims there, I know. They know what to do. Go and pray to God. And thank God for life. Because at some point, you understand what I'm saying. Let me know that you read the story. I'll come to that. But let's bring you this very one. It's about the Libya clash and then the clash for Libya, Nigeria. It's postponed and CAF has confirmed this. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, has officially confirmed the postponement of the AFCON qualifying game between Nigeria, Super Eagles, and Libya Material Night due to a recent incident in the North African country. This announcement was made in a statement released by CAF Communication Department on Tuesday, October 15. The statement reads, the Total Energy CAF African Cup of Nations Morocco 2025 qualifier fixture between Libya and Nigeria will not take place as scheduled tonight. This was for yesterday. The matter will be referred to the competent CAF bodies. Before I go on, I need to say this so you understand. I like to use the word that says the matter, according to CAF said, the matter will be referred to the competent CAF bodies. What does it mean? It's not a small case. We used to think it was it's not a small matter, the matter tight. CAF is handling the matter, but now it's going to be referred to, inside CAF, they get CAF. So they have the competent CAF bodies that will be investigating this game or this story. Now, the game was earlier scheduled, you already know, to take place yesterday, Tuesday, in Libya by 8 p.m. Nigerian time, after the first leg took place at the Gosala Kwabio Stadium, Uyo, on Friday last week. Super Eagles defeated the Material Knights by a long goal in the 86th minute, although some sources like to say 87th minute, but one man scored a goal. His goal separated both sides, Fisayo Dele Bashiru. But now, the statement did not specify a date for the second leg encounter, leaving football fans very hopeful as they await the Be told that's what it looks like. It was a hostage talk because at this point, the interim coach Augustine Iguavon has finally opened up on the ugly incident that saw Nigeria, an official of Nigerian senior men national team, held hostage by Libyan authorities at the Al Abarak airport in Al Abarak, Libya, on Sunday through Monday. Now, the team had flown into Libya on Sunday afternoon. I'm not taking it back and forth. I want to just say something now because Iguavon don't talk because he never talks since. He never talk. Even though Gumo, they will be saying I'll be assistant coach. They won't go to do video. They won't go Russian like two no do. They won't fight him. But then it happened. The team had to fly to Libya on Sunday afternoon for the second leg. We did flee. I'm saying we don't already go. We know the story. But Libya were scheduled to host the three-time African champion at the 10,000 capacity Matthias of Benina Stadium in Benina, located just 10 kilometers from Benghazi. But their plane was diverted to the Al Barak airport. Let me even quickly leave this place. Let me talk about something. Let me bring you what Iguavon said. He said a word that I said, this is what I've expected a long time. He said, we were held hostage. Why will you say it's not hostage? Initially, before our community of affairs that come even investigate, there was no food. Hostage not be until they're lucky for inside house or they tie their face, block you. Hold like this. You don't have a fear attack kidnapping now. Hostage, you know this American film. They go fair hold you, you go there inside one place. There's no connection. You can't reach out to the world. You can't chat. You can't say words to people. They keep you there. And there was no food, there was no Wi-Fi, there was no water. And guess what? They thought that after that incident, the Super Eagles would have still played the game. How do you go and play that kind of game? Then he said, we were held hostage. I'm talking about Iguavon now. He said, we could have not played the match under that condition. We know how football can unite the entire world, but for them to act like this, I cannot comprehend seriously. He said, it was strange, but CAF is human. They would do their investigation and come up with a solution. The game scheduled to be held for Tuesday was abandoned owing to the poor treatment of the Eagles, the Super Eagles players that we got. I like to use the word we because me, I've been a Nigeria person now. That we got from that very incident. And then the incident is now the most talked about everywhere in the last hours. It's sparked widespread condemnation from fellow footballers, international medias, club size, human rights organizations. African football. Where are we headed? Now, let me bring you the top point for me. This is the case study for me. This is the yardstick. This is like the talk for the day. I started by saying, I think the Libyan, what's the name, the Tunisian pilot is trying to save his job. He's not just trying to save his job. He's trying to save his legacy that he has kept over time. Can I get a clip of the picture? The picture of that man. Maybe you see the man said don't old. We'll bring that picture of that man. I see him. The pilot. He's a Tunisian international. Still not in Africa. Right? Not an African part. Or you could say not Africa player or African man. That's the man I'm talking about. I could like no put Super Eagles player join. I go blast and all of us do the thing together. Bring only the man come. Only the man. Me just the. Me just only the man. You see him? You can see that man. You see that man? You dey see him? The man don't talk what he's supposed to talk. And this one was clear. He's a Tunisian. The Tunisian pilot who flew the Super Eagles. See, when I tell you that this one finishing, I go no say these guys go thank God for their life. I wish I had a pilot somewhere in live here in the studio. I wish I have a pilot watching me from anywhere. The pilot people will tell you the story about what I'm saying. When you hear this one finish, you can say they need to go thank God for their life. It's not about the hostage talk now. It's about what happened or what should have happened in that plane. The Tunisian pilot who flew the Super Eagles of Nigeria to Libya for African Cup of Nations AFCON qualifying match in Benghazi has said he was ordered, not being say he go do him. He was now order. He was ordered by the Libyan government to divert the flight to Al Barak Airport, located 150 miles away from destination point. You see, Libya, the plan us where? 150 miles away. Do you know what 150 miles away means? Now, recall that Super Eagles were able to have landed in the airport, at the airport in Benghazi and traveled nearly 4 hours drive by road to Benina, where the match was to be played. The pilot's account came on the day the two arms of the National Assembly, the Senate and the House of Representatives, blamed the Libyan government for subjecting the Nigerian team to dehumanizing treatment, seeking stiff penalties for the Libyan authorities, and asking the federal government to summon the country's ambassador. Because that's inhuman. That's a bad treatment. But in a now viral video, the pilot said, the pilot said the original plan was to land in Benin. You see, I not feel like Libya like that. I not say I detest them. I'm not, if they say VOP TV, we are going to Libya, I go tell them I day bench. I go day bench for that one. Libya. I not want to go Libya. I not be say, no disrespect to them, but me, I don't want to go. I go there for back, me the front. Libya. It's not the first time. Ekiba knows the story. Rivers United knows the story. Even that's why they even do Africa, our MPFL club. For that place, for that pitch, they take light. Now touch, we take the train. Touch. Phone they get touch. I know touch now for phone. You go on and touch, you go there. You touch, they do passing. Pass on. They get mind. Nobody they tell you the mind that they get with the learn works. Which man we get? Libya. If I remember all those things, I begin to reminisce and I begin to ask myself questions. The next Nations Cup is where? Morocco. Okay, you can see that. You can see. You can see. I mean, you could just play it on, just keep playing it as well. That's it. Now, in the now viral video, the pilot said the original plan was to land in Benin town, in the Benghazi area of Libya. With prior approval from the Libyan Civil Aviation Authority, LCAA, the pilot said, however, that upon beginning descent, he was here to. This is a confession. This is open confession. He was instructed to divert to Al Barak, which was not listed as an alternate airport. You understand? Nobody, Al Barak, if not even this will happen, I go know Al Barak. I don't know that place before. So it was not in the plan. So maybe for pilots, they know there's always an alternative. I just don't know. But this one was never in the plan. Even himself, they tell, say, oh God, like this, it's a surprise. Now, the Tunisian said he was told the order for flight diversion came from Libya's highest authorities. He said he repeatedly questioned the flight diversion order due to limitations of aviation fuel, but was ignored by Libyan aviation authorities. He knows what it takes to divert a flight. He knows it. He's a pilot man. He knows the job well. And they asked them, if they question, are you sure of this thing? They said, do am. Not me say just do am. At workplace we have superiors. Yes, here, doing the job, I have my head. Inside my head, they get head. Now, when they don't use highest, who has highest? Highest. The highest authority. Now you give this one. Who you be? You want to do pass yourself, you want to lose your job. Libya authority, the highest Libya. That's what they call Libya. They do advert for Libya. I'm not nervous. Now, the flight plan was to land in Benghazi, Benin. And we had approval from the Libyan Civil Aviation Authority. Even those aviation people, they know say this thing not good. If they try to ask and say, Baba, do it, they don't tell you. And he said, as we began our descent, we were instructed to divert to Al Barak, which wasn't even listed as our alternate airport. But I'd like to say this again so you need to know that the decision came from the highest authorities, not me, he said. In aviation, now they work with this, I don't know the work, I don't know how they do their job. He said, in aviation, we calculate fuel based on our destination. Diverting unexpectedly can compromise safety. The year when I talk to Albert for safety, he said diverting, because diverting unexpectedly can, because they were close already, they don't already reach now, just small thing. Diverting unexpectedly can compromise safety. Everything is documented, he said. I asked to land in Benghazi as per my flight plan, but they denied it, instructing me to divert immediately. He's trying to say his own. He said, I repeatedly questioned, but let me bring where the top point is. Now here, and I have fear for them. He said, when we began our descent, they instructed us to divert to Al Barak, which is almost 150 miles away, around 300 kilometers east. It wasn't even listed as our alternate airport, something which is not good. He said, the truth was we were going to Benghazi, and I can show you the evidence of the approval. One person don't tell you, say, I can show you the evidence. You know when the police tell you, say, hey, enter to say, I don't follow. When he said, I can show you the evidence, he knew this was wrong. And he said, I have it. But at the last minute, they changed their mind and changed the airport. Now, he said, There is no ILS. Do you know what an ILS? Now this Libya Matana, maybe they know all these things. I don't know all these things before. Instrument Landing System. ILS. Like you say, VAR, abbreviation, VOP, Video Assistant Referee, VAR, Voice of the People TV, VOP TV, you know how it works. Now, he said there is no ILS. That's Instrument Landing System. No air navigation approach. No VHR. VHR means omnidirectional range. They see all these things, which was important. We had to make a visual landing, which is particularly difficult by night with marginal weather, he said. And now what do we do? Adding that the airport's lack of facilities left them with no second chances if the landing had gone wrong. You see where the good testimony? You see how? Now he said it was not an easy matter at all. When the pilot hears this, he will understand that it was not an easy thing to land under such conditions. Do you know the last one he said? Thank God we made it safe. Do you understand? Thank God we made it safe. So if, let's even forget all of this scenario, plane diverting. You know how unsafe it is. I was not surprised when I saw those posts from those players. Our life felt like it's at stake. How you want to play that match? Aside the trauma, mentally, psychologically, that's why they like European people though. You see European people, you can't go just do, you say this one, you can't play this game. So I think CAF is, for this thing to be taking this time, when I saw the schedule for CAF matches, I did not see Nigeria, Libya, Nigeria. I say, yeah, they don't try, they don't do it well, it makes sense. Patrice Musepe, you do well for this one. You know why? Because that game could not have gone. And if you had awarded the points to the Libyan people, which was supposed to be the normal thing, but the justification would not be okay. So I think it's justice for the Super Eagles. But we go on a quick break. When we return, it'll be time for me to tell you more other stories. And aside that, I'll bring you the comments of what Nigerians have to say about that very one. On this show, we'll bring it to you. Stay here, don't go anywhere. I am KTK. I'll be back shortly. Welcome back from that quick break. Let's bring you those comments that we had yesterday. We have to bring it on quickly before I talk about Godswill Akpabio Stadium. I talk about the man who has the name. Now, the comments now will bring you. Let's see how it goes quickly. Okay, this one is from Abel. I might not be calling the names, but let me just read the comments. He said, Nigeria should sue Libya criminally for hostage taking. Okay. But next, some of you don't even understand that Nigeria may be disqualified. Okay, Jimmy, I see you. What else do I have? Let's see. Nigeria did the same to South African team, and now they complain like women. Oh, wow. Victor Marchi, I see this one. And okay, what next? It's North versus South. Okay. All right. Then if I is saying Libyans are wise, this is their complaint. Be strong. This one says, let us see how Nigeria, NFF will handle this for future better treatment. What else do I have? Nigeria must be disqualified and banned for 10 years. They did the same to Libya, and Libyans did not abandon the game. Okay? Shame on Libya fans. They deliberately spoiled the game, now crying foul plays. Oh, that word is big. I'm not going to say it. He said, this match can only be played only on neutral ground. Can I get more? They wanted me, okay, they wanted to kidnap our team and traffic them to Spain. Like, not be me, I don't know. What next? Oh, why did Ghana not receive the same treatment? Ghana arrived safely in Benghazi. Yes, I did see that. What next? Two wrongs don't make a right. Why did they not make the compliance to CAF then? That's true. They know it for us. Now, Libya demand an apology. Madness? KKK. Okay, shame on Libya fans. They deliberately spoiled the game. Okay, I did say this before. Can I get more? Let me see. They are very sick in the head. No, come on, please. Let's not say this one. One more. Okay, this one is quite lengthy. He said, oh, what were they hiding, I guess? I know that way I was trying to say hidden. Now, why didn't Libya land in Uyo where they are supposed to? I'm asking you, who asked them to land in Port Harcourt and later preferred to use road to Uyo, and Nigeria had to provide them with security? What were they? Okay, let's go on, let's see. Everyone should know what Nigeria, okay, this one says everyone should know what Nigeria did first to Libyans when they came there, then start commenting. Okay. Shame on who started insulting Libyan players in Nigeria. When I was hear these things, when I was hear these things. Okay. All right, let me leave that very face. Let's bring it back here and talk about unacceptable acts. Senator Godswill Akpabio, the president of the Senate, has strongly condemned the ill treatment of Nigeria Super Eagles and its delegation in Libya during the AFCON qualifying game. He described the incident as a stark reminder of the disregard of human dignity and the lack of respect for international norms. Akpabio's statement released through his special social advisor on media publicity, Honorable Eseme Enyibo, emphasized that the reported mistreatment is unacceptable and breaches the principle of fair play and sportsmanship in international football competitions. The Senate president also declared his solidarity with the Super Eagles, the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF), and the Nigerian football fans. In fact, the federation government has taken action summoning Libya charge the affairs to discuss the hostile reception given to the team by the Libyan Football Federation. This incident highlights the need for respect and fair play in international sports, and it's good to see the Nigerian government taking a strong stance against such treatment. Similarly, Senator Barrow Jibrin, Deputy President of the Senate, also condemned the ill treatment, even as he emphasized that treatment contradicts the spirit of sports, which aims to promote unity, competition, and brotherhood among nations. In his remark during Tuesday's plenary, Senator Jibrin expressed gratitude to Senator Suleiman Abdurrahman Kawu Sumaila, that's the name, chairman of the Senate Committee on Sport. Apologies for that name talk, for bringing the matter to the floor. Under personal explanation, he praised Senator Somalia's approach, stating that it allows for a chance to address the issue without escalating into diplomatic row. Senator Jibrin urged Libyan authorities to apologize to Nigeria government. This one big go, apologize, you go Ado, and the Super Eagles for their unacceptable treatment. If you'll be following the statement from Libya FA, they've not come, that word, I'm sorry, be like say big now. He highlighted Nigeria's leadership in African diplomacy and friendship, emphasizing the importance of resolving the issue amicably. The incident has sparked widespread condemnation, with Nigerian Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Eno, also denouncing the mistreatment. The call for an apology and resolution reflects the Nigerian government's commitment to protecting its citizens and promoting positive international relations. Okay. What do we want? We're waiting for what? I'm sorry, now you're not defined, Abi. We define, I'm sorry. See, I've followed all the statements from the Libya FA. I've followed it from the top to the end, and I'm still waiting for more statements. The statements that I've been seeing recently from the Libyan FA does not say anything that has to do with apologies. But they're not saying it's a revenge. They are even telling us now that it was on purpose. It was not on purpose, sorry. It was not on purpose, that's what it is. So we know the Nigerian incident that happened was not really on purpose, because we felt that they should have just arrived directly to Uyo, and they found themselves in Port Harcourt 3 hours before arrival. They had to put a call through. Is that so? But wrapping up on the show, this one is about, I don't know, when you see something that is not right, why not just say it? Ex-Libyan star is really, really upset with European media for supporting Nigeria. How did they support Nigeria? How? What is wrong. Former Libyan midfielder Motem Al-Murati has blasted the European media for the manner they reported the Super Eagles ordeal in the country. Motem Al-Murati is the name. Now, moving on, the Super Eagles were subjected to inhuman treatment by Libyan authorities on their arrival in the country on Sunday for the AFCON qualifying game. And that's match day 4. The contingent was stranded. They were stranded at the Arak airport for several hours before returning to Nigeria Monday evening. Moving on, in a post on his Facebook page, the man you have on your screen, his name is Al-Musrati. He claimed that several European media outlets circulated a very misleading and incomplete story. Do you understand? Which was initially scheduled for tonight and has been postponed by CAF, he said. So what more can be said about this incident? Now, lastly on the show, before I bring this, let me get some of the comments that I'm having here. This one says, the Libyan Football Federation are very, the word is bad, STU, I don't want to talk about. He said the CAF president should ban them from football rights now. He said nonsense. That was from Asprov Onani Pepo, that's the name, I hope I got it right. And he went as far as saying, please, let my comment reach the Libyan Football Federation. They must be very, your comment, if I read with you, if I read, I not be here. It's kind of where you park there. This kind of comment go, you can actually go, but you said a lot of vulgar words, and that's not advisable. But lastly on the show, let's bring you this one before we call it a day. Embarrassing. Representative, you could say the House of Representatives has urged the executive arm of the Federation, federal government, to summon the Libyan ambassador to Nigeria to speak to issues surrounding the harrowing treatment meted out of the Super Eagles Nigerian at the Libyan airport. The Nigerian team has visited the country in preparation for the return leg of the ongoing African Cup of Nations qualifying series, but were diverted off their planned airport and yet kept unattended to about 14 hours, forcing the Eagles to abandon the match earlier slated for Tuesday. The Eagles, traveling with about 22 players, technical crew, NFF official, and some members of the House, were unable to get to their destination on Sunday as their aircraft diverted to a smaller airport and kept them for 14 hours or more, if not more. Now, in a resolution of a motion sponsored under matters of urgent national importance by the chairman of the Committee of Sports, Honorable Kabiru Amhadu, on Tuesday, the House also directed the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, to make an official complaint to the Confederation of African Football and the Federation of International Football Association, FIFA, over the inhuman treatment. The House also condemned in strong terms the action of the Libyan authorities while appreciating the patriotism of members of the Super Eagles all through the ordeal. Al-Madu reminded the House that the senior national team was supposed to play the return leg of the Nations Cup qualifier against the Libya side, but never happened, adding that the Super Eagles contingent included some members of the House, led by the Deputy Chairman of the House Committee on Sports and Deputy Governor of Edo State, Comrade Philip Schreiber. Lastly, also in his submission, Honorable Chris Nkwota described the action as an embarrassment not only to Nigeria but to the entire continent of Africa, and should be investigated. How again do we want this to be investigated? How else? We are waiting. Bring it back to me. We are waiting to know what would be the measures from CAF. That has been the talk of time. Everybody's waiting. If, like I said before, if they were to go by the right way, if this incident did not occur, and we rejected a game to be played for a Tuesday, it would have been a different story. Just maybe we should have given the Libya just that 3 points, and then possibly get fined, if not banned for some time. But at this point in time, I think CAF knows what they are doing. And I told you, this matter is now referred to the competent body of CAF, not just the CAF now. The person they are doing, I don't shift and give another person, just like that. But I need to go now. Thank you so much for staying back with us right here on the show. It is on me to leave right now. But hopefully tomorrow we'll bring you more updates, just as you unfold and every other sporting story. It's really been more of international break talks, but not just more of international break. It's been more of the Nigerian Libya saga, or the Libya-Nigeria saga. at this point in time. But we hope there could be a resolution. We hope everything can be okay. We hope we can have the game rescheduled. I think that will be the next thing. And what venue will it be? The qualifiers will continue again for November. And away from the set, we are moving to the international time again for football-wise, while every other sport is still out there. But I should leave you with some top story before I call it today. Quickly, if you're following the world of tennis, I'll let you know there's one that's out there about Djokovic. Is just in the story. And Djokovic losing that very game to, Jannik Sinner is being the most talked about. And then how is he feeling at this point? And then Rafael Nadal's story is also very much out there. So I'll tell you for Djokovic's story. Novak Djokovic mercilessly accused of giving up against Jannik Sinner in Shanghai by slam winner. So just away from that. And another one again says Negrikos wants to shut up doubters. And then we have the very one, Rafael Nadal retirement. Delima emerges as uncle makes a telling statement. But there's a big one coming up for boxing fans. If you know, you know. Yes, the IBF game, the IBF fight, we might have seen a rematch, just maybe, about this one, Anthony Joshua and then Daniel Dubois. And Daniel Dubois have up till April 2022. I mean, April 22 is the date, hopefully for next year, to go on the rematch, and else that will not come. But I need to go. Thank you so much for staying here. You're watching Voice of People TV, and we have the media news coming up next for 12. I'll remain your host, the only football player without a jersey. My name is Kizzy K. Tomorrow, I'll see you.